Hi everyone, it's Angel Shaver, Stampin' Up Independent Demonstrator from Kansas, and today we are doing week 4 of the Snow Front stamp set, which was the stamp set that was featured for December. Starting next week, we will be featuring the Silhouette Scenes stamp set. And if you would like to play along, make sure you let me know by the end of December, which is actually just in a couple of days. I had hoped to have the cards up and ready to show you what we would be making, but that didn't happen. Also, I want to remind you that the year-end clearance is happening right now. That means the products retiring from the holiday catalog and also some other things that have discounted because there is a surplus at Stampin' Up. Those are available through January 2nd. So you'll want to get your hands on those. And then January 3rd, it has a new name this year. Let me think if I can remember without looking. It's the 2020 January through June mini catalog. And the celebration promotion also starts January 3rd. There's some great stuff you don't want to miss out. We'll be doing an online lunch party that day. And so make sure you join us for that and just see some of all the great stuff that is available. And I will be having an in-person lunch party, I think probably the third Saturday in January, which is maybe the 18th, and the location is to be determined. So if you know of somewhere in the Augusta, Kansas area that would make a great location for that launch party, let me know. Otherwise, just pay attention to my Facebook page and my blog at angelstamps.net, and I will let you know as soon as I know. But let's get started. This is the card that we will be making today for the 4th week with the Snowfront stamp set. Christmas is over, but this is more of a winter scene anyway, so you could save it for next Christmas, or you could give it to someone that needs a card now during the winter months. For a birthday, for a thinking of you, just because, whatever it is you need a winter card for. Let's get started. If you're playing along, you should have in your pack a piece of the Smoky Slate cardstock cut in half hot dog style, which makes it 4 1/4 by 11. And when you fold it, that makes it 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then you also have a piece of the Seaside Spray cut at 4 by 5 1/4 inches. That will be our card front layer. And then I have a smaller piece. I'm not sure yours is cut in exact dimensions. Mine is 2 3/4 by 2 3/4, but I may trim a little after I stamp on it and see exactly what it is that I want to do. So the first thing I'm going to do is get started stamping my winter scene on my smoky slate card front. And I'm going to stamp some mountains in gray granite. I did not get any of my stamps already pre-done on the stamp blocks, partly because I just wanted to build this with you today. Okay. And I'll be doing the stamp off technique as well. And I'm gonna add one more in the front and another one stamped off further in the distance. Okay. Clean off my stamp, and then we'll move on. Okay, and the next thing I'm going to do is just stamp some snow. And I'll be using the smoky slate to stamp the snow trails. And I'm going to go ahead and get out a tree. I'll be using the tree here in a minute. Opening the smoky slate. Just stamping some snow trails, doing some stamping off with that as well. While I have the smoky slate ink open, I'm going to go ahead and stamp some snowflakes on the inside of the card. Now, I don't know if all of you watching are Paper Pumpkin subscribers, but if you are, I am using stamps from the October and November Paper Pumpkin kit. Here is one of them. This is from kit, the November kit maybe. I don't know if you can see those. There are a lot of great sentiments one will be using on the front of the card. And there's holly and a to from. And I am using the snowflake from that set. And just going to stamp it in smoky slate down the side of the card. Okay, so there's just a very subtle snowflake border down the side of that card. Set that aside. And I used the snowflakes from the October kit. I don't know if you can see these. There are some sentiments and some snow, a bigger snowflake, and a cardinal. And I used the snow on that to create this snow. However, there is also a snow stamp in the Snowfront set. And so I will be grabbing that to create some snow on the card front today. And this is using the Seaside Spray stamp pad on the Seaside Spray cardstock. And there's a lot more stamping because this is a smaller stamp than the other one I used. But I am also doing some stamping off as we go, making some snow. Now some of this snow will be covered up by our landscape. After we get that going. So there is some snow. And back to the landscape. Clean off my Snowfront stamp. And at some point I pulled out a tree. Let's see if I can find that tree. Or if I need to get another one. I don't see it easily around here. So I'll grab another one and then I will look for it later. So we are going to stamp some trees on our mountain scene. And we'll be using the Mossy Meadow ink. Oops. think that's all the trees I want. And I'm done with the mossy meadow. I found the other tree. I thought it might have gotten stuck on my ink pads. That's where I find them a lot. So we will go ahead and glue. Let's see if I like it or if I want to trim it. I think I like it like that. So we're going to just glue that on there. And then we're going to stamp our sentiment. I'll go ahead and clean off my tree so I can put it away and grab my sentiment, which is coming from a paper pumpkin stamp set. I believe the November stamp set. The one that says, let it snow. No, that one says a gift for you. Let it snow. And I'm just putting it at an angle on the card front, and then we're going to glue. Let me close this ink or I will have it all over myself, I know. And then we're going to glue the card front. And there we have week number 4, the card with the winter stamp set, and there's the border of stamps on the inside. And you can put whatever you want in here. Happy birthday, thinking of you, let's go have an adventure together, whatever it is you want. And I will see you back here on Thursday as we do our first card with the silhouette scenes stamp set. So let me know if you want to play along, and don't forget to shop the year-end clearance and get ready for the launch of the January to June mini catalog and celebration. And I will see you next week.